you allow me, the session is being recorded. Yes, today's session, we are talking about this significant distinctions in linguistics. Okay, this is today's. Let me start with this code or by this quotation code. Knowledge of languages is the doorway to wisdom. And in Hadith, we have told that whoever has learned a language of other nation can guard himself from their evils. So it's really doorway to that, to wisdom. This is today's session or today's webinar is about. So let's see, what do we have today? Today we have two terms. We need to differentiate between these two terms when it comes to descriptive linguistics and prescriptive linguistics. So if a linguistic study describes and analyzes the language people actually use, is said to be what? Descriptive. Because the word describe or the verb describe is there. So what about this? If it aims to lay down rules for correct behavior, for correct behavior, for example, to tell people what they should say and what they shouldn't, said to be prescriptive. So here we have clear distinction between descriptive and prescriptive. Yeah, descriptive versus prescriptive. Don't say X. But now you can say X because X is Twitter, right? People don't say X, which means 10, okay, or X. The first one is prescriptive command. Don't say command. But when we say, and the doer is omitted intentionally, right? So, but here people don't say X or X. The first is prescriptive command, while the second is descriptive statement. So here is the distinction, just an example for that. The distinction lies in describing how things ought to be, and describing how things are, okay? Most modern linguistics is descriptive. It attempts to describe what people actually say. Traditional grammars, you can say traditional grammars because now it's acceptable. And this is very weird, but what I like about English is this flexibility. So you can say agenda and you can say agendas, you can grammars and grammar, you can say team and teams and so on. So even all the collective nouns now are non-collective, right? So traditional grammars told or grammarians, both of them are correct. People told people how to use language. As traditional grammars try to lay down rules, they are often called prescriptive. Descriptive grammars attempt to tell what is in their language, while prescriptive grammars tell people what should be in the language. Language changes and develops, dies and revive, right? Or survive. The changes should be observed and described. This does not deny that languages have rules, and in my beloved country, Sudan, the Germans work a lot, and those who are in the Afro-Asian studies, they work a lot in this area, particularly Nubian languages. Another distinction Yeah, is synchronic versus diachronic. Language can be studied at a given point in time or over time, a given or over. So we're going to see this in minute details. When we study language at one particular time or at some point of time in history, synchronic linguistics. When we study language developments through time, it's called diachronic or historical linguistics. Both of them are correct. If you say historical linguistics, that's fine. If you talk about diachronic linguistics, it's really fine. Synchronic linguistics focuses on the state of language at any point in history, while diachronic studies focuses on the differences in two or more than two states of language over decades or centuries. Another example to state that or to clarify what we've been talking about, diachronic or historical linguistics versus synchronic linguistics. So as you can see, the foremost distinctions in linguistics lang versus parole. The distinction made by Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure in the early 20th or 20th century, lang and parole yes. Lang refers to the abstract linguistic system shared by all members of a speech community, and parole refers to the realization of lang in actual use. Lang is a set of conventions and rules which language users all have to abide by, to compile with, okay, or to just obey them, okay? And parole is the concrete use of the conventions and the application of the rules. Lang is abstract, is not the language people actually use. Parole is concrete, it refers to the naturally occurring language events. Another distinction is competence versus performance. Proposed by the American anarchist linguist Noam Chomsky in the late 1950s. Competence, the ideal user's knowledge of the rules of his language. And performance, the actual realization of this knowledge in linguistics or linguistic communication, in linguistic communication. According to Chomsky, a speaker has internalized a set of rules about their or his language. This enables him or them to produce and understand an infinitely large number of sentences and recognizes sentences that are ungrammatical or unambiguous. And Chomsky, in his book, which he wrote in 19 57, if I'm not mistaken, syntactic structure, he coined or he came up with the sentence that green ideas sleep furiously. Okay, all right. So you can just make an infinite large number of sentences, even if they are not grammatically well or grammatically ill, sorry. In other words, ethic versus emic. So again, we have two different terms. So we start with synchronic and diachronic, then we move on to lang and prol, then we move on slightly to competence and performance, and now we're talking about ethic or ethic and emic. The two terms originate from the American linguist Pike's distinction of phonetics and phonemics. Okay, so phonetic ethic refers back to phonetics or phonetics, and emic refers to phonemics. Ethic is related to an approach to the study of a particular language or culture that is general, non-structural, and objective in its perspective. Being ethic means making far too many as well as behaviorally yes, too for many as well as behaviorally inconsequential differentiations, just as was often the case with phonetic versus phonemic analysis in linguistic purpose. Another term, which is emic. Emic is related to approach to study of a particular language or culture in terms of internal elements and their functioning rather than its terms of any existing external scheme. That is to say, an emic set of speech acts and events must be one that is validated as meaningful via final resource to the native members of a speech community rather than via appeal to the investigator's ingenuity or intuition alone. Ingenuity, sorry, or intuition alone. Then here's a question. Then what's the distinction between Chomsky's and Saussure, Ferdinand de Saussure? Here is, if you can see, if we look at diachronically, actually, in other words, historically, Saussure comes first. Saussure was in the very beginning of the 19th century, in the 20th century, sorry, but in 1913 or so. Okay, so he was far advanced than Noam Chomsky. He laid down the idea of signified and so on. Once come to that, we will talk about that in minute details. But he was first. That's why I'm talking about Ferdinand de Saussure first, and then Chomsky second. So Chomsky started in the mid 20th century, mainly 1950s. But here's the opposite. And then what is the distinction between Saussure and Chomsky? Why? Because now there's a tendency toward what Saussure described. Okay, after 100 years ago, or after 100 years, Now, people or linguists, mainly linguists, and those who are related to this field, they are talking about, yeah, we agree with Ferdinand de Saussure because he sees language as a social phenomena or phenomenal, sorry. While the latter means Chomsky, he look at the language or he looks at the language from psycholinguistics and nowadays neolinguistics one nowadays, I mean, in the past 30 years or 20 years, he was mainly focusing on neural nets. Why? Because he focused on language and its study with the neural nets and so on, which is the field of computational linguistics. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna leave this discussion for you at the end or at the tail of this webinar to just give me more. Lang is social product and a set of conventions for a community, while competence is deemed as property of the mind of each individual. So now we're talking about the distinction between two schools. Saussure looks at language more from sociological or sociolinguistic point of view than, since the latter deals with his issues psychologically or psycholinguistically. So there are two different schools, okay? But now, after 100 years, people, they come back and talk about language, okay, language and society, so language and William Labov, and so all this, okay, Habermas, and all linguists, the live legend linguists and those who passed away, they talk about this, okay? And meanwhile, others, they do agree, and those who agree with Chomsky, they see that language is just about competence and performance. I think we came to the end of our webinar, and by finishing this webinar, we are wrapping up the introduction, I mean, the so-called introduction to linguistics, because now we would like to just dive into the specialty or the specialization by talking about phonetics, phonology, and so on. That will be in later sessions if I'm alive, but I would like to say thank you for all of you. Thank you for those who are attending our webinar. I'm so delighted that you made it today. Just look at these flowers. Why I chose this? Because our students like this. This is what I feel. This is what I see as a university lecturer, that students just like wildflowers. Okay, so some of them blossom, some of them dim, and the other thing, if they are not growing well, this is our job, right? So that's why it has been chosen. To say thank you. Thanks a lot. Now I think the door is open for comments, for feedback, for any ideas, any thoughts. I'm so delighted that you made it all. But I think before we wind up our presentation, just let me give you just one game. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Hajo. Thank you, Dr. Selma. I'm so delighted that you like it. Thank you. Just before we go, let me just show you an entertaining game, because now there's called tendency toward entertainment. So students find that very wonderful when they engage in games and gamifications and so on. So I would like just to recap what we've been talking about in this video game. Thank you, Dr. Slafa. Thanks a lot. Highly appreciated. I am really moved by your comments and quite touching feedbacks, all of you, or words and compliments. So, just I would like you, if you please, just for 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes, to just take part in this game. Okay, it's called Kahoot game. So let's just share this, and then we can go back to discussion and so on. Dr. Makki is here, Dr. Zainab, Dr. Sarafa, Dr. Aisha, and all of you, Dr. Hajo, and Dr. Selma, Dr. Muhammad, all of you. I'm so delighted. I feel over the moon today, by the way. Okay, again, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Yes, Dr. Maki, I'm so glad that you are here, Doctor.
Assalamu alaikum. Shukran, Akram.
Hayakullah, Doctor. I'm so delighted that you made it today.
Thank you. I just want to thank you for all your efforts. You are doing a great job educating people about linguistics and all language related matters. And I would like to say hello to all the colleagues who are attending today. And I would like just to remind you all that what Brother Akram is doing is very relevant to the platforms that we launched recently. منصة تبادل الخبرات أو القدرات ability shared ability platform on Facebook. And Akram is one of the moderators of the platform. So I invite you all. I know all you have a lot of experiences and knowledge to share. So to do as Akram is doing and share your knowledge and experiences with other students and colleagues. Thank you very much, Akram, and
Thanks a
greetings
lot.
to everybody.
Bunch or bagillion thanks, Dr. Maki. Thanks a lot. Your words are really quite touching and to the point. And actually, this is a call for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so delighted that Dr. Maki made it very clear, and you are warmly welcome, more than welcome to join Shared Ability, okay, Shared Ability Initiative. And I will be sending the link for you as well. Now, yes, let me share this with you on the chat. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Dr. Zainab. Zillion thanks. And here, yes, on Facebook as well. Let me share this. Okay. Bro, Muhammad. Hello.
Yeah, Dr. Akram.
Yes. Yes. Bro, Muhammad.
Yes, Dr. Akram.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, Dr. Akram.
Oh. Yes. Yes. I would like to share my screen again. I'm so sorry. It's high time to share that. Yes. Can we start? Can we start scanning this link, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, that's we have one player. That's really awesome. I'm waiting for you guys. I'm more than delighted to see you all. Yes, if I got 4 or 3, that's gonna be wonderful. Hello? If I got 4, 5, that's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So if I may have only 2 or 3 or 1, it's gonna be wonderful. But if I got at least 2, it's gonna be more than wonderful. Will you please join? Come on, guys. Come on. Yes, if I got only 2, it's gonna be wonderful, and we're gonna start our game. Yes, hello. Hello. Yes, I need only 2 or 3. Yes, and we're going to start this game. Can you please scan this QR code? Or you can join by www.kahoot.it and just write down this game pin or PIN. Hello? Come on, come on, come on, guys. Hello? Yes, I need only 3. So if there are 3 players, gonna be more than awesome. It's really gonna be it's going to be really gorgeous and splendid if you just be able to take a part in this webinar or in this game actually. Hello? We are waiting and we are waiting eagerly, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please join? Yes, I need only 2.
Akram, I would like to join, but I'm at work. So excuse me, sorry.
Okay, doctor. Yes, today is, yes. Yes, Dr. Zainab.
Actually, I'm so sorry, Mr. Akram, but I'm not able to participate in the game because it seems that I don't understand anything about it. Can you please just explain more to me so that I'll be able to participate?
Okay. There are 2 ways. Using your cell phone, your mobile phone, and there's a QR code, QR signal or icon in your cell phone. And through that, you can just scan this QR code. Having done that, you are going to get into the game immediately. This number 1. Number 2, you can write down on just Google, write www.kahoot.it, and then immediately you're going to just be as a participant, and they ask you for a PIN code. So you're gonna write 7646657. There are 2 ways for that.
Actually, Mr. Akram, I think I must have been using my laptop because actually I'm using my cell phone. I think in order to participate in this game, I should be initially using my laptop, isn't it?
No, it's gonna be work if you use even your cell phone, because in your cell phone is gonna be way better than the laptop. Even if the laptop is gonna be fine, but if you use your cell phone, it's gonna be way better or much easier. Yes, just the QR code or try www.kahoot.it and immediately you will be taken to this game pin or PIN.
Okay, I can get it in the chat.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
here is it in the chat. Here is. Yeah, you can use also the link. Yes, that's exactly, bro Muhammad. Thank you.
The last one, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yes.
yes.
Then type
Not
your
the
name.
page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you
The
can
page
choose
is
a name or a nickname as you like. Yes. That's great. Wonderful. I need only one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Zainab. Thank you for making it. I need only one, ladies and gentlemen. Only one participant. Hello? Come on. Only one. That's great. Wonderful. We are going to start. I'm so delighted that you made it. Thank you. Thank you all. So let's start. It's only 5 questions. Introduction to Linguistics, episode 11. Just as a recap of what we have been done or what we talked about. Cecil looks at language more from blah, 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 or a point of view. Yes. Okay, one answer. Thank you. That's great. That's wonderful. Wow, Muhammad, doing well. And Dr. Slafa joined, Dr. Zainab and Dr. Salma. Wonderful. It's really amazing. Blah, blah, blah is deemed as a property of the mind of each individual. Is it competence, coherence, philology, psychoanalytic? Yes, come on, come on. Yes, only.
Excuse me, Mr. Akram, where am I supposed to put my answer?
I think the icon like this, just colors. You find colors. You're
Yes.
gonna just click on them. Either red or blue or brown or green.
Okay.
Yes.
Start by clicking on one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True or false? Being ethic means making far too many as well as behaviorally consequential differentiations. Is it true or false? Okay, someone is sending me a message. Just let me check this, if I may. Excellent social perspective. Thank you, Dr. Aisha Makki. Thanks a lot. We will see that. Hello, Dr. Sulafa and Dr. Selma. There's only one more left. The actual realization of this knowledge in linguistic communication. Is it competence, parole, epistemology, or performance? Yes, come on, come on. 2 answers, that's great. That's good. 3 answers, excellent. And the correct word is performance. Okay, before we move on, let's see this.
I actually wanted to say performance, but I don't know if I have pressed on the right place.
Okay, we will see that, Doctor. We are going to see this right now, right here. Okay, well, we have, okay. We'll see. This is the last one. Diachronic linguistics focuses on the differences in two or more than two states of language over decades or century. And by the way, by doing this, I'm saying thank you for you all. Because this is the last one. So I'm saying thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. Wow, two got to try it. We're gonna see who are they. Sulafa, Dr. Sulafa, Dr. Selma, that's great. And the winner is bravo. Bravo, Mr. Muhammad. You owe me again a virtual chocolate. Hello.
Thank you so much, Dr. Akram.
You owe me a virtual chocolate. Just choose it. Choose the one that you like. Is it Nutella or Galaxy or Snickers or whatsoever?
Okay. I will
Okay,
choose and
a
let you know.
virtual one.
Okay. I'll choose and let you know.
Dr. Zainab,
Yes, yes, Mr.
is it
Akram.
clear now so far? The idea of the game itself.
Yes, yes, yes. By the end, I'm just starting to understand.
Yes.
Not quite sure, but little by little, yes, I get to understand.
Potita buti, lo wazo fe sunni.
Voilà, exactement, c'est ça. Ça, Monsieur Akram.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, again, I'm saying thank you if you have any comments. Thank you for the game. The game is over. And I'm so delighted that you made it today. Thank you very much indeed. So delighted that you made it today. And the door now is open for you, or the floor is is yours. If you have any comment, you have any question, or you have any feedback regarding what we are doing. I'm more than delighted to hear your voice. And the saying says that we are born to make our voice heard, so it's high time to hear your voice, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, hello? Hello, can you hear me?
I think we should answer by raising our hands. Yes.
Yeah, if you
let
can
me-
raise your hand or just unmute yourself and just get into. Yes.
Okay, I think I have taken more than one chance talking so many times. I'm afraid I'm taking the chances of others.
No, it's fine. It's gonna be equal. We do believe in equity and equality, right? So it's fine.
Okay, Mr. Akram. I'm really thrilled. It was such a pleasure for me to have attended this session. I'm feeling, I'm regretting so much to have missed the previous ones, but I will get them recorded, inshallah. I have got a very big benefit today, refreshing, having new information and refreshing what I knew from before. Anyway, it was really magnificent presentation, Mr. Akram. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your efforts in helping others and spreading knowledge. And I come also to reinforce the comment of my colleague, my dear brother, Dr. Makki, in that it is closely related to the efforts that are being called for these days. The shared platform. So it has been a clarification for me by what Mr. Akram is doing, because for me, the idea was not quite clear for me what we are supposed to do in the shared platform. But by attending this lecture, Mr. Akram, again, you gave me another lesson. Thank you so much for all your efforts. and I hope we will be at your level in the efforts you are doing and you are leading for. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks a bunch, Dr. Zainab. Actually, you left me speechless by fruitful feedback, by your fruitful feedback. So thanks a lot. Hopefully that we're gonna do our best, and the best is yet to come. We'll try to make it more fun because what I'm doing is for us as fellow teachers and doctors and so on, just as refreshing our minds and reconditioning our thinking about what we have taught and what we have studied, right? So what we have been teaching and what we are taught. So this one thing. And the other thing is just as a matter of trying to contribute something, and this contribution cannot be made through you, but you, by being here, by your feedback, by reinforcing, enhancing, by this such comments, your feedback are sine qua non for our improvement. So thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Merci beaucoup.
Non, de rien, il n'y a pas de quoi me remercier, mon cher frère. Okay. It's a
Yes.
pleasure for me talking some French.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's great.
among you.
That's
Inshallah.
great. Yes.
Thank you so much, Wallah,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Akram,
Thank you,
for
Dr.
all your
I'm more
efforts
than delighted.
everywhere, everywhere, anyhow, you are doing a great effort to help others. And I wish we could be at your level. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Thanks a
So
lot.
much.
Yes. Hello, guys. Yes, the door is open. Yes, the floor is yours. If you have any comment, feedback, Dr. Salma, Dr. Slafa, Dr. Hajo, Dr. Muhammad. I know that Dr. Maki is busy, but he made it today, so we are so thankful and delighted that you made it today, Dr. Maki, despite the fact that you are working or in the workplace. Yes, can we hear your voice?
Thanks, Akram. Thanks to you. Thanks for everything. Thanks and greetings to all colleagues again.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Just like the bunch of these flowers. Okay. Yes, Dr. Slafa and Dr. Selma, if you have any comment regarding today's session or the previous session, what we came up to. And if there's not, taking your silence as just a signal for winding up this session. Dr. Muhammad Tom, do you have anything to say?
Dr. Akram, thank you so much for this fruitful and insightful presentation. It was really great. And I would like to say that you're doing a great job, really, really great job. Keep up doing that and make sure that, like, you may see that you're doing something like you're doing something simple or easy. No, bro, really, you're doing something like I could describe it as something magnificent, really. So keep doing that and make sure that there's so many people like waiting for your amazing and your best, inshallah. So keep doing that, and I wish the absolute best of luck for you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Actually, again, you left me speechless. There's no single word to be said by your feedback, by your comment. But actually, I'm trying to do my best. And thank you. But this work cannot be done without your help. You are extending your hand lavishly to this program. So that's why this program is so successful, gentlemen. So thank you, my friend. Thank you for your words. And I'm more than delighted to have you. And thank you. There's Dr. Aisha. I think she said something. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your efforts a lot. We have refreshed our format. Thank you. This is a point. Thank you, Dr. Aisha. Thanks a lot. This is a point. This is the mechanism behind this. And for those who are undergrad, is just an eye opener for them. Okay, but just to find such a presentations and so on, because we would like to send the message that which has been sent by Ali ibn Abi Talib. May Allah bless him. He once said that teach your children for a time that is not yours. So I'm just trying to do something that different from what I have underwent, okay, or I have undergone. So just we are trying some the slight differences. Hopefully that will make sense. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you all for your coming today. Thank you for making this session so successful. I am more than delighted, thrilled, really glad that you're here. You made it. Your feedback, your comments are really beyond words. Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. And I would like to say hi and bye, or adios, goodbye, ciao. Have a blessed night without nightmares. We don't say bon cauchemar in French, okay?
Okay. See you soon,
Bye.
inshallah, Mr. Akram and all the colleagues. Inshallah, very soon. See you
Yes,
again in another session.
yes, inshallah, for the
It was
upcoming
good.
sessions, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot. I'm really more than delighted to see you all here.
Okay. Have a nice time.
God, have a
Have a nice
blessed
time.
weekend and have a good night.
Many
السلام
thanks.
عليكم.
ورحمة الله. مع السلامة. شكرا
وعليكم
جزيلا.
السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
أنا منتظرك. يلا
ولا
على
تحت
السلامة.
أمرك.
الله
I'm at
يسلمك.
your disposal, doctor.
شكرا جزيلا. شكرا. الله يسلمك. مع
الله
السلامة.
يكرمك. الله يكرمك.